Howdy folks, and welcome back to Adventure Time. Today we're going to be continuing the Islands mini-series with episodes 3 and 4, which are episodes 22 and 23 of Season 8, and are titled Mysterious Island and Imaginary Resources. The title to the Part 3 sounds intriguing because it implies that they actually get to an island in this one. I don't know if I explicitly said in the last couple episodes, but you know, for an Islands mini-series, there sure ain't a lot of islands in these first couple episodes. Yes, I know it's about them starting the journey and going on the journey. Now theoretically they're here. I just think it's funny that there were no islands in the last one. No islands featured in the last couple. Other than that, this is almost the first, I guess, since, well, there's been a couple consecutive ones, but it feels like one of the few and far between videos where I have nothing really to say because I didn't have any episodes to watch in the interim here, which there's only going to be like one more video where I get to say that, because after I finish Elements, I think there's just a couple episodes for me to watch. I'll do a video where I finish up, I think the last 2 episodes of Season 9 I'm going to do, and then it's all just Season 10 to the end from there on out. So eventually we're going to get to a spot where I just do the whole rest of the series, but until then, like I said, there's one more gap to cover in between then. But yeah, it's just smooth sailing from here on out, if you'll excuse the horrible pun. So let us scooch over here and get into position as I take this opportunity to thank you for watching this video. As always, hey, make sure you subscribe so you see when these come out. Make sure you leave a like on this one. Leave a comment, let me know what you think of these episodes of the reaction. My tea for tonight's reaction is Sleepy Time, because it honestly sounds really good. I had it last night with a Hilda episode I recorded, and you know, I wanted to bring it back again for this one, this Adventure Time tonight. So hey, if you're enjoying a beverage watching this, what are you drinking? I always like to know that. If you want these reactions uncut, unedited, all that good stuff, ahead, 2 weeks ahead, give or take a little bit, a day or two, head on over to the Patreon, link to that in the description. Without further ado, let us get started with Islands Part 3, Mysterious Island. Starting up in 3, 2, 1, go. I don't think I'm going to really catch anything new. I did see whatever that bear was in one of the thumbnails for one of these episodes today, but I don't remember if it was this one or the second one. I do like the little details, like Susan's in the water but is like holding up BMO there. Well, that looked like a bear. If anything, Mysterious Island, if it'll be filled with some of the, well, that is, it looks like where Porco Rosso lived, where he would stash his plane. Great Ghibli film, by the way, Porco Rosso. My wife and I slept on it for a really long time, and then we finally watched it and realized it was phenomenal. It was so good. Is that upwards? Oh, that's just a big-ass tidal wave.
Jake?
Yeah, where is everybody?
BMO?
Possibly. Yo, that is some fast-ass climbing. That is, okay. Do you take the red crab or the blue crab?
Hey there, fellas. Have you by any chance seen a cool dog or a giant smelly lady come through here?
Giant smelly lady. Oh no. Susan smells awful.
Are you guys being weird? Or is that normal crab stuff?
No, they're being weird as hell. Oh. That's a... Oh, it just pooped out an egg. And now we're in the Ice Kingdom.
Jake?
This is a mysterious island. All the Minecraft biomes are all jacked up. Also, I highly doubt we're going to get the repeat tonight of catching both snails in these. Yo, can we just settle on, like, spring or autumn here? Ooh. How mysterious.
Neat. It's like the border to the Ice Kingdom. Oh.
It's springtime. Oh, we did find springtime. Let's go. We got there. You don't really think about... I see the snail. I see it. It's right there. That was an easy one. I'm not even going to pause, but I'm sure I'm putting a screenshot up here of it.
You're thick as heck. You're thicker than a normal Susan. Whoa!
Yo, why is he dunking on Susan so bad in this one?
Do your parents know what you do all day? I mean, honestly.
You're as bad as Susan.
Oh, hey, man. Bear? Come on. I fought the Lich at the edge of space-time, man. You're out of your depth.
Yeah, but were you confined to a bag when you fought the Lich at the end of space-time? I think not.
Stop! Nay, nay, nay! Ledsen, Albert. Det där är inte mat.
Who are you? A human?
Det är nog bäst att vi tar reda på vad han gör här.
I'm trying to figure out if that's an actual language or just something made up for the show.
You're a human, right? Do you know where my friends are? A dog, a robot, and another human who smells, and I've been saying this a lot, not great.
Thanks, Finn. We get it.
Hi.
You... Again with that. Do you speak common?
Lady, you can't just...
Not the flute. No, not the flute at the bear. He's gonna eat it. Oh, even worse. Oh, even worse.
No!
At least it didn't go in the crack.
No. No.
You know, we're caught in a vicious cycle, aren't we?
You see my brother anywhere? He looks like this.
I know him.
This guy. His name's Jake.
It's a good sketch.
En hund!
German? Ein Hund? A hound. That's German, right?
You want me to draw you?
Yo, and with the robot arm too.
Okay.
Scheisse. Oh no! Well, the cycle ends.
Something's been bubbling up inside me. I really want to say it out loud, but I've been embarrassed. Okay. Are crabs robots? In what way isn't a crab a robot?
All crabs are robots, but not all robots are crabs.
Lady, where did everyone go to?
Shh.
Aw. Greg. Wing and Sue, Becca. These
That's
are all
you.
European sounding
name's
names.
Hi, Alva. Oh,
They're crossed off. Does that mean they're dead? No, Linda's still here. We saw Linda. Oh no, Linda got eaten by... Linda was not the Ein den Film.
so
Yeah.
that's it? That's humans? We came all this way.
To watch a shitty German silent film. Oh, is that a robot crab?
Man, am I glad to see you. Hold on a second.
Oh, bye.
Man, this place sucks.
This is Alva. I think she's human. Have you seen my friends? BMO and Susan?
And of course, Susan's got the stink lines coming off of her.
Vi är här. Andra länder.
Oh,
Oh.
there we go.
Shoot, man,
The
more
titular several
You and Susan
islands.
must have washed all up on one of all up of them.
There's only 3 more. It shouldn't be too hard.
It'll only take 5 episodes. Is that the end
Sir,
of this
BMO?
one? Oh.
Another fin cake, sir?
Oh. What is this?
This is the life.
The moon?
I wish you guys could be here too. On the moon.
Wait,
And Susan too, I guess.
how the fuck?
Seems fine.
How the fuck did BMO get on the moon? Well, our little end credits thing isn't necessarily a danger. It's just, you know, a landscape from what we saw. A desert with the kind of cubes with the snowy biome in them. That was... how do I want to talk about that one? Because it was a little slow. The info wasn't really forthcoming in it. It was just kind of a weirdo Finn adventure, kind of, right? It was fine. It wasn't necessarily my favorite. Certainly the other 2 parts of Islands were more entertaining. Both the first part with the mystery of the transport ship kind of showing up, and then the Whipple the Happy Dragon with the whole the voyage, dealing with Whipple, all the danger stuff. You know, there are some funny moments in there. This one was, you know, a bit of an introspective one, but not in the super interesting way that some of the other Adventure Times are, that are kind of like that. You know, think your Astroplane or your Jake the Brick, stuff like that. So not my favorite episode, but you know, BMO's on the moon. Like that little stinger right there at the end. I felt bad for Susan the whole time. Finn was just dunking on her. We at least got something of a map of the rest of the islands to check out. I know now why it says possibly BMO, because, you know, BMO ain't there. One of those islands has a whole ass space program that BMO washed up on and then immediately ended up on a rocket. How else would BMO have gotten to the moon? Unless there's some kind of a portal, but I don't know. That in itself is the most intriguing thing, I think, to me. Susan, she's a fighter. She's strong enough. Her stench is, at least, and she will, she'll persevere. We'll find her somewhere. I hope she didn't wash up on one of the other islands that has more, I don't want to say advanced humans, more capable humans, I guess would be the better word, and kind of captured her because they know who she is. They know she's human XJ77 or whatever her designation was. So I, very hope this, imaginary resources, this little thumbnail can't really tell much. It's Jake. Looks like he's in some kind of a bunker, but I guess remains to be seen. So let us start that one up. I just said the number and the title. Part 4, Imaginary Resources. It's just trying to cue it up here. Starting up in 3, 2, 1, go. It would be cool if like some of the small things change within this as we get more information. Like the possibly BMO, we see BMO on the moon or something. Except, hold on. Let me go back for a second. I do need to point one thing out right here. Look right here. When Susan's swimming and BMO's on her back, what's BMO pointing to? The moon. It was foreshadowing and we didn't even know. Also, shout outs to me finding the snail. If I go 2 for 2 times in a row, truly the best. This reaction series will truly have made it if I can get there. But anyway, let's carry on. Ooh. Looks like we find a futuristic one here. Oh, we're just riding on the big old bird. Yo, just machine gunning those things, man. Literally dropping bombs. Yo, that egg's gonna come in handy.
Smemo? Mo? Boozin'?
Not the fake echo.
Where's all the dirt?
Dirt.
Yeah.
Dirt.
What are those balls?
Balls.
Is this whole place a fancy human graveyard?
Probably not.
What are you doing with that egg?
I don't know yet.
Breakfast. Oh, God, Jake.
Egging me.
Dance, baby, dance. Mama, dance.
BMO!
Oh, it's our live stream straight on the moon.
Clock, clock, peck.
Oh.
Scratch. Reach into my heart.
It's a baguette.
Yogurt.
BMO, we found you!
Oh, BMO was wearing a
BMO!
VR thing. I'm a little annoyed that BMO's not actually on the moon.
Huh. Bold claim.
Where reality doesn't stink.
Do it.
Are they not allowed to spell out the word suck? Oh, is this what the episode title means with imaginary resources?
Oh wow, this place is objectively interesting.
You look crazy.
That's how I feel all the time.
Request a mod, please. Yeah, there's a couple of system dumps in the Pizza Romance RPG Mega Quadrant.
Yo, the metaverse blows.
Yeah, here comes the mod. Y'all are in trouble.
No, it's BMO? What the fuck is that?
Ban!
Oh, okay, ban everybody else.
You all want to see my dance club?
What the fuck? Oh, that BMO booty. I objectively hate this. What am I fucking looking at here?
Welcome back to your palace, Your Majesty.
I deserve that. I'm sorry I yelled at you.
I'm sorry, I can't.
So zip-zapped out over the beep bops.
I can't make any jokes because I can't stop looking at BMO's bodacious bod.
BRB. I'm gonna go deep dope my ping pong zip George.
Ooh, you kiss your mother with that mouth?
This super skin costs 15 million crypto coins.
Not
Give
the
it to me,
crypto
Benny.
coins.
Where Susan is. Have you seen her?
Oh, no? 32.7 miles east over here.
Well, this is great. Now we can go find her. Come along, BMO.
No, I think I need to stay here.
No, BMO, I think you need to go.
Ha! Cha-cha-cha-cha-cha.
Yo, oh, I just realized. The big nose and the ha-cha-cha-cha-cha. That's Jimmy Durante. Famous, I guess he'd be considered like a vaudeville entertainer. He was like an early TV personality in like the 50s. He's an entertaining guy, but he had a really big nose. He was the narrator of the Frosty the Snowman, that Rankin Bass Christmas special for it, that original one, you know, nothing like the first snow of the season. You know, that was kind of his thing. But one of his things, he'd go, ha cha 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 cha. And it's kind of one of those things that growing up watching cartoons, there'd be, you know, references, characters saying ha cha cha cha. And like, you don't really get it. You don't really understand. And then you realize, oh, it's based off this old famous person from way back in the day. And you're like, oh, that's fun. I like that. Jimmy Durani's fun. I've pulled up some of his stuff before, and he's an entertaining guy. I dig the fella. Granted, because he was famous in like the 40s and 50s, he probably had some absolute dog ass like takes on things, but at least in terms of his entertainment work, the little bit that I've seen, he was fun. I like him. I myself say ha cha 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 in my personal, like, I'm sure I've said it in a bunch of videos. I know sometimes I make a terrible joke and I say, hey, bada bing. But I'm sure if I didn't say that, I'd be saying ha cha cha or something like that. So, hey, if you yourself have heard me ever say ha cha cha, just know that it came from originally Jimmy Durante. And of course, this little Avatar guy having that huge schnoz, it makes sense. Good stuff. Good reference. Great reference. Haven't seen The Snail yet, about halfway through. I don't know. This could be a rough one, buddy. But, you know, at least we got the one. We'll take one at the very least. Yeah, not allowed to take those off.
They thought of everything. But who is they?
Yo, have y'all ever seen the movie Belle? It's all about gamers in like a virtual world kind of thing. We watched it a couple months back. Good movie. We tend to watch the English dub. Oh no, they're stuck.
Get broadsword.
I disliked BMO's body in there, but I dislike this too. Better reality. The reality that doesn't stink, right?
So, you really don't want to come with us?
Also, are those eye patches that BMO's just wearing completely around?
I mean, I do.
One is a garter,
but
one on the arm, one around the chest.
I'm really comfortable here.
Oh my god. Oh, Jake shut it down.
BMO's pretty upset with you.
Why'd you tell him it was me?
You want me to lie to him?
Yes.
He's our son.
He's your son. Oh. Oh no, they've forgotten how to live. Jake, I think you need to give them the egg. This is horrific.
Jake, you turned the whole thing off? We gotta turn it back on.
No, you kind
Not
of
just for the sake of this depressing
did.
offshoot of my species, but for BMO.
I guess if anything, it's kind of another version of the what was it, the Dungeon Train episode?
Is that you?
That looks like Mo.
Give me one of your patented super skins.
It's Vinny, but it kind of looks like Mo, especially like crawling around with like the fucked up body. I hate this. Like just from a
Jeez Louise. You really flipped out in here.
You wiled it out. Yo, I hate this just from like a feelings perspective.
I will save you a better reality.
Wait, what? Okay, they can make it better. Okay, thankfully BMO is still okay. Quick, everyone, back to the game. I'll finish my spiel about the Dungeon Train episode here in a second.
Get baseball bat.
To bash in Finn's head with.
They are giving you this other part to take you safely to the next Red Island.
Oh.
I will be returning to my dance club.
BMO, I'm sorry I smashed up your world. I smashed it up because I love you.
Oh, Jake, hug me tighter!
Aw.
Okay!
Yes, my son.
I tried to make a Finn and Jake in the goggles world, but they were scary.
In the in the goggles world. I thought BMO said in the godless world. That is the metaverse though, right?
Yeet. I can't fit.
Egg.
Are you still carrying that egg?
Yeah, it feels good.
Ooh.
I can fit, I just need to...
Oh! Oh, Jake has another son.
Ah, Finn, did you see?
Get in the pod.
Okay. And then we got just a shot of the metaverse here. I doubt going to give it like one try to click on here. Vinny, Reggie Watts. That I don't think is, let me check. Chuck McCann. Okay, so it was not the same voice actor, even if it did look like Mo a little bit. Well, that episode was far more interesting than the first one. My God. And it made me feel bad, just because, you know, like I said, it's kind of a theme that we've seen before in shows and movies. I think I listed 3. If I only listed 2, I have a third one. But I mentioned specifically even just the Dungeon Train episode of Adventure Time, an earlier episode of the show, where, you know, Finn was in an infinite dungeon kind of thing, and he was just killing bad guys endlessly, like farming loot and leveling up endlessly, and it was just because the train was literally a little infinity train in the forest. There was nothing stopping Finn from just going through this dungeon for forever. And at the very end of the episode, he himself had to make the choice to leave. I think that's how it went. That he eventually like realized like, oh wait, no, this sucks actually. I need to get back to the real world. I forgot how Jake convinced him or anything like that, but it was kind of one of those horrific kind of like, oh, Finn could literally just be stuck here for the rest of time and everything else can just be forsaken. One of those deep existential episodes wrapped up in kind of an action-packed veneer, kind of, so to speak. Very well done one, I would say. This gave me shades of that with BMO essentially having to make the decision, except Jake was able to actually just kind of pull the plug this time and say like, all right, BMO, you're coming with us. And it was then that BMO was back in the real world that he realized like, oh no, like I would miss you guys way too much. I gotta go with you. So possibly BMO. I'm glad it was a yes. Did I mention, let's see, I mentioned Belle, which was just a movie about people in a virtual world game kind of thing. And one person kind of going like mega viral and people in the real world trying to figure out who is this, with also somebody else kind of running rampant, doing bad things within the game. And people were also trying to figure out who that is. Great movie if you haven't seen it. I believe it's on Max. So if you are an Adventure Time head, I know Max is on, or Adventure Time's on Hulu as well. But, you know, being a Cartoon Network property, it kind of lives, the whole Adventure Time genre kind of thing lives on Max. So if you have Max, check out Belle if you haven't. But the third one I want to bring up is WALL-E. When they get to the cruise spaceship where they find essentially where all of humanity is. They're all fat slobs who have robots that serve them 24/7. They don't get up out of their seats. They drink all their meals out of cups. They're, you know, huge morbidly obese people. Because for 700 years, the whole of humanity has just like been served by these robots like 24/7, anytime they need anything. And their whole reality is on these screens right in front of their face, and they never have to get up and all this stuff. It's a horrifically bleak view of the human race, you know, with, you know, messages of environmentalism kind of thrown in there as well. It is my favorite Pixar movie. I think it's far and away the best thing they've ever made. It is a 10 out of 10, 5-star film. If you somehow have not seen WALL-E, you have to watch it. But kind of all 3 of those movies in that, or 2 of those movies in that one episode of Adventure Time are just what was continuously going through my head while watching this one. And it made me feel bad because these things are not pleasant. These kind of virtual worlds, kind of like getting lost in other media, so to speak. I hope I never get that way through these reactions. I hope I, you know, still hold some reverence for the things I watch and still genuinely take interest in them and never make videos just to make content. I feel like that would be like my version of getting stuck in something like this, like kind of stuck in this YouTube content bubble where it's like I have to constantly make stuff even if my heart's not in it anymore. That's, you know, that's kind of like the dark bad ending of where I could end up basically. But thankfully, you know, 2 years into this, as I'm recording this, I'm just like 4 days away from the 2nd anniversary of my first ever reaction video. So I am really glad that I'm still enjoying this after all this time. That's might sound like a random tangent, but I feel like it's kind of within the same vein of the episode we just watched. Now that we have gotten to the islands, now that I've seen these 2, to kind of give a review to the set as a whole, I kind of like that each episode so far, now that we're here, seems to be its own island. Even though I think Alva only drew 4 on the map. Yeah, so there'd be 3 others. So maybe one of them we'll spend a couple episodes on, or maybe one episode might be the return journey home. You know, kind of like Stakes, where each episode was like a different vampire to kill. This one is a different island, and they all seem to be vastly different, whereas the first one had these kind of now that I think about it, they both have almost a metaverse kind of thing, with the first one giving Minecraft, basically, with the biomes cutting off at random spots, and, you walk 2 feet this way, you're in a desert, walk 10 feet that other way, you're in a snowstorm kind of thing, how things can just kind of all change, and it's just kind of like, it seems randomly generated, almost. And now this one being a metaverse, AI, VR kind of thing, which is just bleak and awful. Even if the other one was like, technically nature, it just gives the viewer like kind of thoughts of Minecraft or something, or at least it did me, seeing kind of the harsh lines between the weather and all that kind of stuff. So really curious to see what the themes are going to be for the other couple islands. I'm assuming we're going to get somewhere where people are actually like normal. If anything, maybe Dr. Gross, maybe those kind of people, the kind of, still pushing things forward and still going for innovation, even if it is horrific chimera monsters like we saw in Preboot. But still remains to be seen. But I was a little low on that first one, but kind of given these two in concert, there's a big reason why I do these in twos. Is because they often there's often a bit of a yin and a yang to them, right? They kind of fit together to make a whole, even if they're not necessarily a two-parter. They still, with the production codes, are still technically two halves of one 30-minute programming block, right? So even in the production codes, a lot of these episodes still kind of go together. So that's, one reason why I continuously enjoy to do these in twos. Also, nobody wants to see a single episode reaction. At least I feel like it. I feel like I'd be cheating y'all if I just like put out a single episode reaction as its own video. I like to do these in twos, these shorter shows. So yeah, I don't think I have anything else really to say. Just now I'm aboard now, to give another ship pun from earlier. I did not see the snail in the second one, unfortunately. So we are 3 for 4 for islands, but that's a 75. That's a C, baby. Let's go. But yeah, I think I'm good here. So hey, I'm really curious to know what y'all thought of these episodes, because like I said, I think overall I enjoyed the first set better, even if the second set gave me more to think about by the end of it. So certainly we are, I mentioned the bad timeline of me with content. We're living in the best timeline where I am having a great time making these videos, and I hope you're having a good time watching them. So in closing, don't forget to leave a like on your way out, and make sure you subscribe so you see when the next one comes out, and I will catch all of you for the next one. Take it easy, everybody.